Today, let me lower this a little bit. My name is Naty, and I am an advocate for those who struggle with chronic pain and mental health, as I do. And I've been trying to come on every morning to do my daily meditation live. I meditate at least twice a day. I am a Reiki master, and I am currently in school for Ayurveda wellness. And I was diagnosed with chronic pain illnesses such as diabetes, fibromyalgia, and things of that nature back when I was 26. I'm 38 now, so I have had years of trying to figure out how to calm my body down enough, calm my mind down enough for me to get through a day without man-made medications. So I've been coming on, and I heard a quote last night that said, if you want people to know what you're doing because it's working for you, talk about it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So the first thing that I do every morning is I wake up, I drink some tea. So I make this tea, I put it in here every morning. It is boiled distilled water with what we call tea in Ayurveda. And what that is fennel, cumin, and coriander seeds. And you let that steep for about 5 minutes. I like to add lemon juice in mine for flavor. I'm to the point where I don't need sugar anymore, which is great because that was one of my biggest issues with diabetes is sugar. Excuse me one second. Anyway, this is the first thing I do every morning. And then I do drink mushroom coffee. I actually buy the everyday dose, and it's less caffeine, more mushrooms. I love it, and it tastes really good too. It doesn't taste like fake coffee. After I do that, the next thing that I do is usually, right now we have COVID in my house. My wife and my daughter have COVID, and I'm in my Reiki room right now, so I'm not in my bedroom, but usually the first thing that I would do in the morning would be hop in a hot bath. I usually put Epsom salt, essential oils, and incense, burn some candles, whatever it is I have to do to set the mood for me to relax. Because with chronic illness, people who struggle with chronic illness and muscle aches and arthritis, things like that, you'll notice that the mornings are usually hard. And for me, it's because laying in the same position for a long time will actually cause my muscles to tense up and my bones to ache. So the first thing that I do is my bath. And not only is it a bath for me, but it's also a spiritual bath every morning. This is where I go to connect. My life is what you see here. In 2021, I fractured my arm and my spine, and I had to make a decision. Because I was addicted to prescription medications in my past, I had to decide, am I going to go backwards and go down the route that I did before that didn't work for me and only made things worse? Or am I going to go forwards and keep believing in what I believe in and not just talk the talk, but walk the walk? You know what I mean? Like, lead by example. Don't be a hypocrite. So I dove in head first. I had a lot of time. I always talk about this because it's so important, but I had a lot of time after fracturing my spine to lay in bed and think about my life and see how I wanted to get it together. So I actually went back to school. I became a Reiki master, opened my own business, became an author. This is my book here. If you follow me, there's links and all kinds of stuff for that. And I'm not on here looking for money. I'm genuinely on here looking to share love and light, some tips, Again, I'm not a doctor, but I am a survivor. I am a warrior, and these are things that work for me. Now, something to remember, just because it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. We are all different. We all have different diets, different environments, different lifestyles. So these are just some tips and tricks. I always advise that you speak to your professionals. Make sure you're not allergic to stuff and things of that nature. But these are things that work for me. So after my bath, I usually come in here. This is my Reiki room. This is my prayer room. I once watched the movie what is it? The Prayer Room, I believe it's called. And this beautiful lady had a prayer closet. And I used to think to myself, one day I'll have one of those. And I have a whole room. And that's just how spirit will manifest things for you. Going back to what I was saying, so some other things that I do in the morning on top of the tea. So I always say your skin is your largest organ. So treat your body. This is canna oil, cannabis infused coconut oil that my wife made for me. This is magnesium. This is great for muscle pains. I use a lot of essential oils. The way to pick the essential oils for me is to go with whatever my intuition is telling me I need. Literally. It's like, oh, I like the smell of this one. I'm going to use this one today. And actually, I'm learning in school now that that's actually how your body helps you. Okay. Another thing that I use because I struggle with my sinuses, especially in the winter and the fall. I got this off of the MAPI website. And this is organic clear and soothe nasal spray, and it has sesame oil and heart leaves in it. Amazing stuff. I really believe this is what helped me not catch COVID. I also treat my body, my scalp. My friend actually makes this. If you guys want more information, please let me know, but I would love to share it. I usually, this is what my hair is wrapped up because I rub this in my scalp in the morning. Then I have some rose water. And then I've been doing a liver cleanse. So some more herbs to help me with that. And y'all about to see me take a shot of this, and it's nasty. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. This stuff sometimes does taste bad. However, if y'all could drink alcohol and take them shots, y'all can do these too. The reason I like to do this... Oh no. I wasn't talking about real alcohol, guys. Oof. Again, speak to your professionals. Find out what's good for your body. What is it that your body needs? And make sure you take time for yourself every morning to dedicate love and light and self-care. Be kind to yourself. We are so hard on ourselves as human beings. And then we really are hard on ourselves as human beings. I'm sorry, I am having a flare-up this morning. It is really cold in Maryland. Where are you guys from? Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to send you guys some love, light, and energy. But out here, it's cold. I'm a Jersey girl, so I'm used to winters, but Maryland got Jersey beat on winters. Okay, so what I do now is I'm treating my skin. And I like to go to my sore spots. You can honestly use whatever feels good to you. It took me a long time to figure out what my body needed, and that was okay. It took a long time for me to get to where I was also. Excuse me as I rub my back. Okay. And everything that I'm doing is to connect my mind and my body. those of us that struggle with anxiety know that our brain is constantly going. I also have ADHD, so I have, what's that quote? About 15 tabs open on my computer screen. And being able to take the time to slow down. I'm gonna change this sound, sorry. Taking the time to slow down and really just pay attention to my body is so valuable, because struggling with chronic illness, I got tired of masking the symptoms. I got tired of just pretending like I wasn't sick. Does that make sense? So what I decided to do was stop treating the symptoms and start looking for the causes. And that led me into the Ayurveda and integrative health course that I'm taking. And the things that I have learned at MIU has been absolutely invaluable. I mean, I can't express enough. I live with chronic pain, and I have PTSD and bipolar, and I remember a time in my life where I would take 13 pills and get sick of every side effect possible. I would have seizures and strokes at a very young age, and it wasn't until I decided to take back control of my life and learn how to connect my mind and body that I started finding peace through the pain. I'm not on here promising that this fixes everything in your life. That's unrealistic. What I'm saying is, let me make myself clear. What I'm saying is, yeah, I struggle with chronic pain and mental health issues every day of my life because of years of toxic trauma, whether it be relationships, environment, food. What is diet? Diet is anything that you intake with your senses, whether it's what you watch, whether it's what you hear, whether it's what you smell. Diet is what you intake, and if you're intaking things that are not good for you, you are in turn creating havoc in your body, which manifests into disease. By the age of 26, like I said before, I had fibromyalgia, diabetes, gastroparesis, you name it, I probably had it. So I know that I'm spending the rest of my life trying to reverse the damage that was caused. I was put on very strong medications at 12 years old. I know now that I'm autistic. I didn't know that back then, and neither did my family. I'm talking about early 90s. We didn't really know that information. I'm first generation American. Mental health wasn't something that was truly discussed in my family, at least. I also grew up Seventh-day Adventist, which was truly deeply rooted in their faith. And although I left the religion, the faith part is what I held on to. And I think I know and believe that has helped me through this journey as well. Because I have to learn to trust myself in order to start healing. And I think that's going to be the theme of today. This meditation is going to be to learn how to trust yourself. And I think that's beautiful. I really like that, and I'm going to write it down. Okay, so I always have a notebook with me when I meditate because I get ideas and then I forget, thanks to brain fog. See, I just forgot what I said. Learn to trust yourself. I love journaling. Okay, so I do journal every morning. I actually created a workbook. Yours won't have a line in it, but this is a 30-day workbook so that you can keep track of things in your life. And I've gone through it before, but I might go through it later again. But now I'm ready to start clearing energy, and I'm ready to focus on our on our affirmation today. Learn to trust yourself. How many of us struggle with that? I know I did for a long time. We still do sometimes. So I think that's perfect. Okay. So during this meditation, if you decide to join me, I'm not going to do as much talking as regular meditations. I just ask that if you want to receive this healing, all you have to do is think or say yes. And give me 1 second so I can put... If you want to receive this healing, all you have to do is think or say yes. And give me 1 second so I can put my phone on. Okay, I'm back. Want to make sure we didn't get disturbed during the meditation. I have some crystals here with me as well that are really going to help me clear energy and create energy so that we can do our affirmation of the day, which is learn to trust yourself. I may do a reading afterwards, depending on how I feel. But yeah. During this meditation, I just want you to focus on our affirmation and remind yourself that it's okay to trust yourself. I'm just going to clear my energy and create space. This is rose water. It's one of my favorites. Some eucalyptus essential oil. Again, remember your diet is what you take in with any of your senses. So I invite you guys to Google anything that I talk about and really research the benefits of these things. I don't know about you guys, but when I meditate, that's when I take the time to pay attention to my body and stretch and realign myself and focus past the pain, if that makes sense. Just cleansing energy. This is Palo Santo. I love the way it smells. And it really does help me feel calmer. You know, with everything going on in the world today, it's so important that we find our light, that we focus our energy, and that we give ourselves permission to trust ourselves. Healing is such a beautiful thing. You know, a lot of times I hear people tell me, oh, I've tried meditation, it doesn't work for me, I can't get my brain to shut up. Yeah, that happens to me too. And there's nothing wrong with that. I like to remind my clients that your brain wandering off sometimes is just the way that your brain releases the energy. A lot of times we hold energy in our body, which is why, like, say you get into a bad argument, then your shoulder starts to hurt and you feel tightness in your neck or you get a headache. That's because your body's holding on to that energy. So this is just a way that I like to use to release energy, bring myself calmness and peace, love and understanding. Because if I don't give it to myself, how can I give that to other people? That's just the way life works. You know, think about a bully. Why are they making other people's lives miserable? Because they're not happy with themselves. And that just is proof of what I'm saying. Happy people like to see people happy. Miserable people like to see people miserable. I've been married a couple times. But I was married to a narcissist for many years. And I would cry often. And I would ask, why do you do this to me? Why, if you see me in a good mood, do you do things that you know are going to upset me and in turn make me sick? Because with fibromyalgia, your nervous system is messed up. So any stress can cause a flare-up. And he would laugh. And I remember one day he was high as a kite. He looked me dead in the eyes. And he said, because if I'm miserable, I want you to be miserable with me. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. It's like, what do you mean? And he explained it to me just like that. When I'm miserable, I want you to be miserable. I can't stand to see you happy. I swear I was talking to some kind of demon that night. But it pulled back a curtain for me. Why am I giving someone else the power to do that to me? Why am I allowing it? Why am I okay with that? And that's actually where my journey began. Really tuning into myself and finding out the whys of my own body and my own mind. In turn, giving me the ability to be here today and help you. Is my life perfect? No. Do I still struggle with pain? Yes. Do I still struggle with PTSD? Yeah, I have a lifetime of trauma. I'm 38 years old. And I've gone through a lot of things. And I didn't have the tools before. But now that I do, now that I have the tools, my goal is to come and share those tools with all of you. I remember being a single mom. I have 3 kids. My kids are now 20, 19, and 17 years old. And when they were little, my life was taking care of them, the household, working, taking care of myself as best as I could while being on strong medications and trying to hold it together. Living with chronic illness brought me a lot of pain, not just in my body, but in relationships and things of that nature. So that's why this is important for me today. Every time I sit here and take this time for myself to focus on my healing, to focus on my mind-body connection, to give myself the same love that I want to give others, that has been vital to my healing journey. And that's why I'm here. All right. So again, I'm not here asking for gifts. I'm not here asking for anything like that. You can share this live with as many people as you want to. That would really help push this live along if you're here with me. Tap the screen, give me some hearts, and let's share the love and light with others. I think I'm ready. So we're gonna do about a 15-minute meditation. And you'll hear an alarm go off at the end of it. Thank you for being here, and thank you for giving yourself the opportunity. Remember to focus on today's affirmation, which is learn to trust yourself. If your mind wanders off during this meditation, that's perfectly fine. Remember that it is your brain releasing energy. Just focus back on your daily affirmation of today, which is learn to trust yourself, and repeat it to yourself. Talk to yourself about it. It's okay to talk to yourself in this space, because in this space you are loved, safe, and protected. Remember, all healing starts with self-healing. Nobody can do this for you but you. I invite you to focus on your breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. As you breathe, I invite you to fill your stomach up with as much air as you can to the count of 4 seconds. Then you're going to pause for about 4 seconds. And then you're going to breathe out for 4 seconds. But when you breathe out, you're going to use your stomach muscles to pull your stomach back in and push that air out. In turn, absorbing the healing energy and letting go of what doesn't belong. As you let go of what doesn't belong, I invite you to release the tension in your shoulders, in your back, your hips, your legs. You can start with the top of your head. Release the tension in your eyes, in your nose, in your jaw, in your throat. Release the tension in your shoulders, in your arms, in your hands, in your back, in your stomach. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release, 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 release. Release the tension in your hips, in your thighs, in your knees, in your calves, in your feet, and in your toes. It's amazing how we hold on to this tension and don't even realize it. In this moment, I just want you to find relief. Focus on the sensations that you're feeling in your body. Does it hurt? Where does it hurt? Breathe and release. What type of pain is it? Is it sharp? Is it tense? Is it stabbing? I invite you to touch the pain. Acknowledge it. Tell your body that you hear it and that you're ready to let go. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Set your intention and release. Remember to focus on today's affirmation, which is learn to trust yourself. And taking all the light energy as you breathe in deep into your soul and releasing anything that doesn't belong. In through your nose, out through your mouth. It's time to start finding balance. A lot of times we don't trust ourselves because we couldn't trust others. That one hit. Or others couldn't trust us. But it is up to us to learn how to do so and use that tool to guide us through the pain. And release. Now I'm going to focus on sending you loving lights. Remember to focus on the affirmation. I'm learning to trust myself. And in this space, I am safe, loved, and protected. I am learning to trust myself. And in this space, I am safe, loved, and protected. Trust myself. And in this space, I am safe. I am loved. I am protected. Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre, Señor. Te damos gracias por este día. Te damos gracias por el pan de vida. Te damos gracias por tu amor, por la vida, por el Espíritu y la misericordia. Gracias, Señor, por todo lo que están aquí, todos los que van a escuchar esto, todos que de verdad necesitan tu ayuda y tu amor para ver que esta vida sí puede ser diferente. Thank you, Spirit, for this day. Thank you for each blessing. Thank you for reminding us to stay grateful through the pain. And thank you for teaching us to learn how to trust our intuition, our faith, our divine selves, and our connection with you. Yashtake, Yerekeshikiti Kurushukutu Kurushuku Ashiki Unikata. So it is, and so be it. And that is our alarm to start bringing ourselves back down. And don't rush into it. Don't feel like you have to just pop your eyes open. In this moment, I just want you to thank yourself for being here. Thank Spirit for guiding you here. Bring your mind and body connection back into one so that you can carry that with you through the rest of the day in everything that you do. Remember to be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself the gift of life, of gratefulness, of remembering to trust your intuition. Pay attention to the signs around you. Pay attention to where you're being led. Sometimes the answer is yes. Sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes the answer is maybe. And sometimes it's later. But learn to pay attention and stop trying to control the outcome. Because every time we try to control it, we make it worse. Hold on to your faith. Give yourself love. And then share that with others. If you're having a bad day today as far as having a flare-up, listen to your body. If you need to rest, make that time for yourself. If your body's in pain and you feel your muscles are tight and you need to stretch, do that for yourself too. I go right on YouTube and do yin yoga, which is just relaxing stretches to help my body get through the day. Watch what you eat. Eat, baby, agua. Drink water, water, water. If you don't like water, drink tea. And remember that as humans, we are connected to this earth. We are connected to each other, and we all need to unite in love. Los quiero mucho. And before I leave, I just wanted to invite you guys to look for my book. It's called The Blessing of Somatic Therapy Techniques. Usually I can just put the link here on TikTok, but I got myself in trouble. But links in the bio. And this is a guidebook for the beginners of those of us looking for answers. I was referred to try somatic therapy through a rheumatologist. I had no idea what it was. And I decided to listen and jump in head first. And through all my research and experiments with myself, I've learned that it really helps me, and put together a guidebook. My wife and I put together a guidebook and to help the beginners learn some of the terminology, learn what different techniques are out there. It has a little bit of my story in it and how I came to do what I do. And along with that, we have a workbook, and yours won't have the line through it. And in the workbook, we have different things that you can do to help focus on keeping your mind-body connection. We have a contact tracking area where you can track what different therapies you've tried and different things of that nature. We have some goal setting, different ways of you to remember to set goals for yourself. We have some tips and tricks and quotes. This again is the goal tracker. Then we have ways for you to set goals for yourself and manifest the life that you want, even through the pain. And letters to yourself. And this is a 30-day workbook. So it's something that will really help you focus on your mind-body connection. Here we have an example of body mapping. For some people who are visual, doing something like this would really benefit in you knowing where you need the help. And I put one here so that you can see how you feel in the beginning of you doing this and then afterwards. And then some other stuff we have is daily journaling, but this is my favorite part here, which is the daily self-care. This is a place for you to write positive affirmations, which ours for today is learn to trust yourself, what you're grateful for, challenges that you had in the day, things that you can do tomorrow to make tomorrow better, how much water you take, what exercises did you do, mood and pain trackers. Keeping track of what you eat is important to see what triggers you and what doesn't. The favorite moments of the day, and then I like to doodle, so a drawing of how you're feeling today. And I invite you guys to find this. Both of these are under $20, and it's just my way of giving back. Thank you guys for being here. Los quiero mucho y se me cuidan. Bye.